Coming up at 11, Pike County transportation officials are concerned after people continue to travel on an unopened road. We'll tell you why this is considered so dangerous.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Katie Cook. Officials are cracking down on drivers using an unopened road in Pike County. There are multiple warning signs. However, some continue to use the new US 460 between Beaver and the Virginia state line. Transportation cabinet officials tell WYMT's Marianne Fletcher if this unsafe act continues, someone may seriously be hurt.
Officials want to make one thing clear.
New US 460 from Beaver to the Virginia state line is not open.
Sarah George with the Transportation Cabinet says many drivers are ignoring the signs.
If they use this road, which is not officially open, they are guilty of trespassing.
The new US 460 in Pike County between Beaver and the Virginia state line is still under construction.
Some people think a better alternative, faster and easier drive.
But while doing this, you're putting yourself and others around you in danger.
The lanes that are paved are actually the westbound lanes,
creating conditions for a head-on collision.
There are concrete barriers in the median and there's nowhere to go if you run into somebody.
Not to mention liability issues.
You run the risk that your insurance company will not cover the damages.
And the possibility of receiving a ticket.
They can be stopped and ticketed for criminal trespassing.
George says they understand why many want to try driving on the new road, but in the end.
But it is closed. It is not legal to be driving on it.
She says it is not worth the risk. In Pike County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials say this portion of Kentucky 460 should be open sometime later this year. And also in Pike County, crews worked all day yesterday cleaning up after a train derailed in the Draffin community Thursday. Crews worked to secure the remaining rail cars and remove the ethanol still left in the tanker cars. According to the Kentucky Energy and Environment Cabinet, the ethanol removal should be complete. Once it is all extracted, the rail cars and trains will be removed. They also say that surface water sampling and intake sampling at the treatment plants are happening every 4 hours to monitor potential impacts caused by the cleanup work at the site. Tonight we are learning that one man died in a crash in Wayne County, West Virginia. Troopers say 32-year-old Sammy Spalding was ejected from his car Saturday night. It happened on the 4600th block of Janice Creek Road near Kermit. No one else was in the car at the time.
Well, a few of us saw some light showers earlier today, but now we're looking pretty dry and nice as we head into the overnight hours. You can see that looking into downtown Whitesburg, so those nice conditions there. It's pretty calm and dry as we head overnight. But there's those showers we saw earlier today, and you can see for now they've kind of moved out. Now we're on the drier side as we head into the overnight hours, but our temperatures still on the warmer side. If you look up north where they've had a little bit more of that rainfall, they're cooled down a little bit quicker. They're in the 30s, but the rest of us still in those 40s, even mid 40s for some of us. So definitely on the warmer side as we head throughout the night, but we will start dropping here shortly. A lot of us probably going to be getting into those mid 30s for overnight lows tonight, but we'll continue to see those nice warm temperatures as we head throughout the day tomorrow. We got some rain chances coming in on Tuesday, and I'll tell you just a little bit about that, when we can expect them and impacts, and then the cool down is on the way. We'll start a little bit of a cool down by the time we get into Wednesday. Katie?
Thank you, Brooke. A church in Corbin is searching for a missing part of their history. 2 safes were stolen from Faber Baptist Church. Those safes contained every church document from the very first meeting more than 100 years ago. There are no signs of entry and no clues as to who could have taken them. The church is not looking to press charges. They just want their documents back.
It's our history, it's our legacy of this church and all that the members sacrificed, lived for, contributed to. It's just gone.
The documents were stored in file cabinets for years until they bought the safes to keep them safe from fire or any other harm. Flooding caused major damage in parts of central Kentucky, including a Williamsburg church. While cleanup efforts continue, that has not stopped them from still holding worship services. The founder of the church says this experience has even given them more of a chance to talk about the Bible.
This is a terrible experience, and I wouldn't wish this on anybody, but I would not trade this experience for nothing in the world, because you can see God move every single day.
If you would like to see how you can help the church with cleanup, you can contact members through the Power Pack Ministries Facebook page. With Love from Harlan received a 20-foot U-Haul truck full of donations from Heritage Baptist Church in Lexington. The organization made several stops yesterday and today. WYMT's Dakota Makris met with them today at the Harlan Center and explains how the donations are helping those affected by recent flooding.
You're welcome, take what you like.
Everyday supplies
Hundreds of gallons of bleach and vinegar.
becoming a luxury for those who were affected by the recent flooding.
The first thing that these people are going to have to do is clean up before they can even think about, what they've lost or what they're going to have to get and what their needs are.
And for Chuck Hatmaker, the flooding is all too familiar.
We lost everything we had 2 years ago.
After just recovering from a flood 2 years ago,
Now it's hit us again. It's just real disheartening.
for reasons like this, With Love from Harlan steps in. Leslie Bledsoe says when she saw the flooding, she knew she had
To get busy collecting supplies.
And for those receiving the supplies,
They just feel so blessed that other people are reaching out to them and offering them help.
even though the flooding has come and gone, these supplies are spreading love with those affected. In Harlan, Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News.
With Love from Harlan was able to give away everything that was donated, even leaving the Harlan Center in an empty U-Haul truck. Officials from the Laurel County Sheriff's Office say Lee Bennett Jr. of Corbin was arrested during a traffic stop on Saturday. Officials say a deputy pulled Bennett over because he was weaving in the roadway and there was no registration plate on the car he was driving. Officials say a further investigation found Bennett was under the influence. He is now facing several charges and was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. And staying in Laurel County, deputies arrested 4 people during a traffic stop last night. A deputy pulled over a Tahoe for equipment violations and says he smelled marijuana coming from the vehicle. After searching the Tahoe, deputies found marijuana and a large amount of cash. The 4 people inside were taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. After being searched there, officials say they also found 2 ounces of meth in their possession. Some inmates at the Woodford County Detention Center had very special guests visit yesterday. It was their 5th annual father-daughter dance. A red carpet was rolled out for the event. The girls wore dresses donated to the cause and had their hair and makeup professionally done.
This is my whole motivation right here, to better myself and make better choices. Like, without her, I really don't know where I'd be at this point.
The food, dresses, tuxedos, and decorations were all donated for the event. Woodford County Jail employees say they're working on putting together something for inmates and their sons to also bond over. Well, it is officially Girl Scout cookie season, and 1 million boxes of Girl Scout cookies just arrived in Richmond, Virginia this weekend. Hundreds of troop leaders and volunteers from all over Central Virginia picked up their cookies and started making their deliveries. And coming up on Mountain News Weekend Edition, the bodies of 2 people who died in a Colorado avalanche have been recovered. And President Donald Trump makes a remarkable appearance at the Daytona 500.
And we will stay dry tomorrow, but all eyes are on the rain chances on Tuesday. I'll have more details on that coming up.